23-year-old Jordan Hanson of Kennedy, Minnesota, has now been charged with second-degree murder and third-degree murder in the shooting of a man in Hallock, Minnesota. The second-degree murder charge carries a maximum sentence of 40 years in prison. According to court documents, a family member told a deputy that Hanson was delusional from using drugs. Reading from the statement of probable cause with the names of officers omitted, quote, on March 13th at approximately 1:27 p.m., Tamara DeVore called Kitson County Sheriff's Office and asked to speak with the Kitson County Chief Deputy or Kitson County Sheriff. Ms. DeVore informed the deputy that her daughter, Hanson, was with her. Hanson had told Ms. DeVore that Hanson was just at J.E.'s residence in Hallock. The murder victim in this has not been identified yet. And Hanson said he'd shot him in the head. Ms. DeVore indicated that the defendant, Hanson, was recently at a treatment center for drugs and evidently got picked up by someone during the night and came back to Kitson County. Ms. DeVore also said the defendant, Hanson, has J.E.'s dog and his vehicle. Ms. DeVore said that she and Hanson are at their house, at Ms. DeVore's house in Kennedy. Hanson then got on the phone. Hanson said she did not want to have the conversation over the phone, but would rather talk in person. Hanson said something about having J.E.'s car and his dog. Hanson sounded as if she was under the influence of drugs. Debbie told the defendant he would go to Miss DeVore's house and meet with her. After the phone call, Miss DeVore and the defendant and the phone call ended, and the deputy left for Miss DeVore's residence in Kennedy. During the conversation, Miss DeVore and the defendant, other daughter, called at approximately 1:28 p.m. and reported that her sister apparently shot J.E. She requested someone go check on J.E. At 1:34 p.m., several different agencies, law enforcement, went to J.E.'s residence here in Hallock. The sheriff knocked on the door. There was no answer. Opened the door and yelled out to J.E. with no response. As the sheriff walked through to view the living room, he observed a male lying face down with his lower half on the floor and upper half on the couch. There was a significant amount of apparent coagulated blood on the couch, around his head, and on the floor. There was apparent blood on both sides of his head, with a trail of blood coming in from his ears to the couch cushion. The male was deceased. There was a black semi-automatic handgun lying on the couch just a couple of feet from the deceased. Law enforcement recovered a Smith & Wesson 9mm during the deceased. There was a casing lying on the floor next to the couch. Law enforcement quickly searched the rest of the house for any other people, but nobody was there. Another deputy then arrived at Miss DeVore's residence, that's in Kennedy, at approximately 1:30 p.m. and made contact with the defendant, Hanson. She was outside when he arrived. He walked up to Hanson and told her that she was under arrest for homicide. Hanson told the deputy that he had lost weight. When she was talking, she was not making any sense. Hanson asked the chief deputy what all the sugar beets were still doing on the ground. The Hanson family told the deputy that she was completely delusional from using drugs. Again, the deputy asked Hanson if she knew why she was under arrest. Hanson told him that because she shot the chief deputy and she was sorry. The deputy then transported Hanson to the Kitson County Jail. Jordan Carroll Hanson now charged with two different varying counts of murder in the second degree or third degree. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.